And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, rock cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and rock cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with rock cod Rick Maxa, and we're in the mighty 1090 studios with Captain Larry Hansen from the Pacific Vision and Mr. Rick Jensen from Sportfishing Financial. We're going to be talking fishing, finances, and more, and we're going to be talking a lot of big fish, too. You stay tuned. This is Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Shimano is proud to present an opportunity for you to go fishing on two of the finest three-quarter-day boats on the fleet and use the top-of-the-line Shimano gear. It's Terramar Tuesday, going on now through September. Join Shimano Pro staff aboard the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and coming in June, the new Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. These trips will be booked through the landing, and it's the same price as a regular three-quarter-day trip. But the difference will be a selection of top-of-the-line Shimano Terramar rods and reels will be available for you to try, along with an assortment of Shimano jigs and more. And a member of the Shimano Pro staff will be aboard to answer questions you may have. Terramar Tuesdays will feature Shimano Terramar rods with Trinidad A, Torium HG, Tranks, and Talica reels available for you to try for free. Don't miss Terramar Tuesday on the San Diego out of Seaforth Sport Fishing, and beginning June 7th aboard the Liberty from Fisherman's Landing. Check the landing website for more details or the trips page at hookup1090.com.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
The main emphasis on the ranch, we're going to keep it old style. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to improve what we have. The kitchen is brand new kitchen this year with all new kitchen equipment, new stoves, ovens. We put a new freezer in. We've put in all brand new split air conditioners with thermostats to make sure every room is cold. We've also worked on the boat fleet with a couple large lures, a 31 and a 34. We've got the largest Super Ponga fleet on the East Cape, all with brand new Yamaha motors. Brand new beds. We've got all Serta beds, the best beds in Baja, I kid you not. We're working all the time at the ranch. We're not changing it, just making it a lot better. That's why we get the high TripAdvisor reviews. It's my responsibility. I got to take care of you. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero. RanchoLeonero.com. Our new reservation phone number is 800-646-2252, 646-BAJA.
Fishing season, one of the best in decades. I think we'll all take another year just like it. Now, just imagine what it could be like if we have an unbeatable season 39 years in a row. Well, that's exactly what Ford has done with their F-Series pickups. America's best-selling trucks 39 years in a row. We love our F-150s here in San Diego. Ford trucks give you the freedom to launch your boat with ease thanks to Pro Trailer Backup Assist, the freedom to toss all your gear in the bed no matter how wet and messy it gets, and the freedom to fit 5 full-size guys comfortably in the cab. And right now, during the Ford Freedom Sales event, you'll get the freedom from interest charges with Ford's best finance rate of the year. Freedom from high monthly payments thanks to special summer lease programs, plus the freedom to save even more on trucks with smart bonus tags. It's an incredible combination of savings on an incredible lineup of trucks. So don't miss the Ford Freedom Sales event. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Today's going to be a rad show.
Yeah, it is. Our good buddy Rick Jensen from Sport Fishing Financial. Good morning, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
Good morning, Pete. Good morning, listeners.
Of course, always great to talk to you on Saturdays with that Northern Baja report. Things are heating up down there, right?
Yeah, you know, it stays consistent this time of year. I guess from now till after Christmas, you can find a place to catch a fish down there. Just my son and I are heading down in August, and we just vagabond around. And
so cool.
Where there's waves, a place to spear a fish or catch a fish, we'll try to find our way there.
And you were just aboard Larry's beautiful boat, the Pacific Vision, for 3 days, right?
Yeah, we headed down near the lower 500, and, you know, we were going to be out for 3 days, so we didn't really want to spend all 3 chasing the bluefin. We ran down and got into those smaller yellowfin, real nice patty yellows, and came back up here and ran across the gang chasing the bluefin, but didn't really have any luck closing it out there.
Sweet. And Larry, good morning.
Yeah, morning, guys. How are you?
Great to have you in the studio, man. This is one beautiful machine here that you have, the Pacific Vision.
Thank you. We're happy to have her.
Tell us about the boat.
Well, it's an older boat, 74. It was built as a swordfish boat, owned by Bud Sears, a big legendary swordfish guy. We bought the boat. Jed Brown bought the boat from him before it went to the scrapyard. Rebuilt it completely in 2006. The boat is just absolutely set up to be a fish killing machine. 47 feet, tuna tower, 2,000-mile range, 15 scoops of bait right now. We're going to up that to 100 scoops by the end of the year.
Whoa.
It's going to be a 6-pack boat. Kind of a niche market. We're looking to be the long-range 6-pack option.
Nice. It's got a beautiful walk-around on it. That was the first thing I saw. I was looking at that. It's like, gee, you can just walk around that boat like it's a skiff.
Exactly. It's got a 17-foot beam, 55 feet overall. Really rides great. It's a great fishing platform. Plenty of room at the rail. Plenty of room for guys casting. We're absolutely thrilled to have the boat.
Yeah, I can say you are. Yeah,
awesome.
Indeed.
Awesome.
So you're going to be operating from where and doing 6-pack type trips?
Correct. Well, our company's called Blue Planet Charters. The boat's called Pacific Visions. This is the first boat. We're adding a 28-foot Parker come fall. So we'll do some local trips, some sea bass trips, some overnight lobster trips, and then we use this boat to do the long-range stuff. This is the first boat. We'll be located out of Mission Bay at Driscoll's.
Oh, okay.
So a little alternative, to going down and fighting the crowds down there at Fisherman's. We wanted guys to be able to, plenty of parking, easy on, easy off the boat. We do our own fish processing on the boat, like the commercial guys do. So we're all kind of a self-contained operation there. Pete.
Wow. Vacuum packer and the whole thing on the boat?
Commercial vacuum sealer, 5 mil bags. You step off the boat, you take your fillets, you're good to go.
That's cool.
Sweet. That's a good operation. So, Rick, how did you guys hook up?
Well, I actually met Larry doing the marketing for my company at Fred Hall shows. He became a client. He's in another business as well, a real estate business, and we're doing their pension plan. And, we were out fishing with Tom Paterno one day on a client appreciation trip on his Pacifica, having a good time out at San Clemente Island. Larry started telling me about the boat he was going to get, and we've looked at his business plan, and he's been very gracious. He's offering the boat as a kind of the mothership for our company and our client appreciation trip. So we get the discounted rate for all of our clients and myself on board. Everybody knows how expensive fishing is these days, and we're kind of doing a couple of the knockdown trips, and throughout the season, plan on fishing all the way through the fall on it.
That's awesome.
So when you get new clientele or your existing clientele that love to fish, you take them out on the Pacific Vision.
Yeah, that's a sweet
deal.
That's our go-to.
That's an incentive deal right there. I can tell you that. I want our listeners to take a look at this beautiful machine.
Right.
We'll maybe be able to post a picture on Facebook later. But do you have a website that?
Yeah,
people
the
can see
website's supposed to be up today, and of course, you know how website designers.
Oh yeah,
are. Just a little bit flaky, but it's okay. Right now, it's on SportfishSanDiego.com. We're on that site. You can check out the boat, check out the specifications. The site should be up. BluePlanetCharters.com should be up Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
If all goes well, so they'll be able to see the boat, and right now the email's up, the phone lines are up, so they're more welcome to contact us if they're interested in a trip.
So you're ready for charter right now?
We're ready today.
Yeah.
And I've got it posted. I posted last evening on my personal Facebook, Rick Jensen, and at Sportfishing Financial on that Facebook page.
Oh, okay. You've
a couple of shots of it there, so if
Okay.
anybody's listening, they can grab it there, and maybe 1090 can.
We can share it on our Let's Talk Hookup Facebook
I'm on.
page. Yeah. So Ricky's on it. He's our resident Facebook expert here. So
Easy with that. easy with that. I'm the more experienced between the two of us.
Well,
let's ease up on that whole Facebook
come
expert
on, you are too. But anyway, so the idea is you'll take up to 6 passengers out fishing. And what's the fishing like? What's your thoughts here?
It's going to be 6 guys, private charters, but we're going to a few different things. We're going to offer a couple open party trips. The sweet spot on that boat, 2.5, 3.5 days. Get some guys in that might not normally be able to charter that boat by themselves, and we're going to try to get them out and run at least one open party charter trip per month to get some guys out, and then come the season when the long range guys are going long, we're going to have the boat ready to do that. That boat will be able to go, 15 days like the big boys and fish right next to them.
You can do Guadalupe trips and everything?
Yeah, we're actually looking for permits right now. In fact, I got my best financial guy, Rick Jensen, there.
There you go. He's a permit man.
He's the permit man. He's got to pay back a little bit for going on the boat, and
there you go.
That's his task to find that. So we're looking at the Guadalupe permits. The boat is set up to go long. Not to say that we won't do some of the local stuff, but the goal is to offer the long range guys, more space at the rail, on a private trip.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
But the payback continues. I was showing Pete my hands earlier from cleaning fish out on the boat, working down in the bilge, doing the paperwork for Guadalupe. There's a lot that goes into all this stuff. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of work when you become the second guy on the boat, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to fish again.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to go to land sometime, Rick. But anyway, so what's going on in the finance world? I mean, things have been up on the upswing here.
Yeah, it's been interesting here after the Brexit event. A lot of people look at events like that and think that that's going to be a big game changer and change everything. And, a lot of guys get into something the equivalent of selling their boat after the wind blows, and we've seen that things have bounced back and we're back on a track now where everybody's probably anticipating what's going to happen with the election. We're all concerned about that, obviously, and years going forward. And I always like to, use the analogy and compare to the fishing as well. And I always like Dave Hansen's line, hey, it's fishing, go fishing, and something good's going to happen. So when you're in the market and you're looking at the right areas of the market and making intelligent long-term investments, you can put that aside and go fishing and know that that part of your financial future is taken care of.
Yeah. So how is it that you connect fishing and finances? How does that work?
Well, I've been in this business 25 years, and I had a partner for years that was a big marketing guy. He had a lot of companies that he did work with their pensions and 401ks and benefits, so we dealt with the executives there. And for years, it was real easy that clients would come through him and come into the door, and we'd take care of these guys. But he's a little bit older and kind of moving on, and I started to think, how am I going to connect with people? And as I've mentioned before, my son is a fourth-generation Southern California Baja fisherman in our family. My grandmother did it worked in the cannery. My grandfather was in the business. So I have some friends here, and I looked at people who play golf and kind of entertain their clients that way and figured, why don't I put the two together and market in this area where I enjoy spending my time?
Yeah.
And, you've been a great help. The Fred Hall shows have been a great help, and for the last couple of years, we're building a pipeline of interested people that are interested in working with us, and they're trickling in as new clients.
Yeah, I must say, I'm an investor with you, and it just, it's a really good feeling to be able to talk to fishing about you and then about the finances. And the cool thing about Rick is he's actually become a friend, too, and he's a very trusted person. I'm sure, Larry, you can adapt to that, too, that he's a good guy to have watching out for you, right? Because he shares a passion.
Like I told Rick, we're on the fishing trip. I want to concentrate on fishing, not investments. That's why I gave him my money to invest. And,
yes, good point.
We like to concentrate on what we're best at. Rick is best at the investment part. I'm best at the fishing part.
At the fishing part.
And that's a really good feeling, Pete. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling to be on the boat and not have to worry about that stuff.
And to be able to trust a guy like this to do the right thing for you, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no question about it. So my point is I'm in there, you're in there. If you're thinking about investing some money, Rick's a good guy. He's a good guy. Talk to him, and you know what? You may go on fishing on the Pacific Vision too. What a nice bonus that is.
You might catch something.
Yeah. So how did you get in the fishing business, Larry?
Excellent question. When I was born here in Southern California, but my parents moved to Vegas when I was really young. But visited my grandparents up in Southern California and Downey, California, and started going to Big Bear Lake when I was 4 or 5 years old, and that's where it started. So Big Bear Lake, 4 or 5 years old, fishing on the old pay docks, where you pay $4 or $5 to fish all day, and just baby steps from there. Didn't make my first ocean trip down to Loretto when I was in my mid-20s, and then just took off. And as we get older, of course, it's nice to try to find something that you make your passion fit what you want to do in life. Spend enough time working in your younger days, and as you get a little bit older, if you can find something that's your passion that you can work at and hopefully turn a dollar, that's what I wanted to do. So this venture certainly is a long time coming, but we're confident that with all the years of experience and the people we have around us, it's going to be great.
And you're going to be doing some commercial swordfish fishing too.
We are. We still got the 40-foot plank that bolts on that thing. Blue Planet Enterprises is the parent company. We've got the commercial licenses. We got some bigger plans to do a little retail seafood market and restaurant up in North County. So that's our next thing to do. So we're going to do a little commercial on that stuff, a little swordfish, a little tuna, and see how it goes.
Wow.
I tell you, Pete, we were down south, and the captain spotted a swordfish, and we pulled up on it, and he wanted us to free gaff it. Everybody was saying it was a 50-pounder.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, everybody was saying it was 50 pounds, and they've seen it done, and it looked bigger than that to me, and we weren't excited about it at all, but honestly, we would have had a shot if the plank was on the boat.
Wow, that'd be fun. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. A lot to talk about, and an issue with our 800 lines we need to discuss, right, Rick?
Yeah, we had the issue a little bit before, but certainly not the end of the world. When you call the 800 number...
877 line, yeah.
Yeah, actually, it's an 877... Yeah, right.
Yeah.
877-792-1090. That's our toll-free number. When you call that line, you're going to hear what almost sounds like hold music. Just hang in there a little bit. It takes a little bit longer, a little phone issue, but just hang through it. Ryan will swoop you up before too long. It just takes it's like an extra step before you get in there. But it's certainly...
If you hear the music, just hang in there.
Exactly. If you hear the music, you're on, it's ringing, you're in there.
It's not Jaws.
And again, that one is the toll-free number. It's 877-792-1090. Again, 877-792-1090. You hear that music, just hang on. Adam or Ryan will scoop you up. No problems. We got you covered. Or give us a call on our local line. The local phone number is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. That's the local number. Easier to get through, but as you can imagine, it gets packed up pretty fast, especially when we got guys like Rick and Larry in here. And we're going to be talking all kinds of fishing this morning. I mean, you want to talk about a perfect mix of Baja, local, offshore, inshore. It's going to be a really fun show today with really, really good info. And we want to hear from you. Again, if you want to get through, the best way right now is with that toll-free number. It's 877-792-1090. Not only are we taking your phone calls, talking all kinds of good fishing, we've also got a really great prize for one lucky caller at the end of the show today, and that's a 3-quarter-day trip to go fishing with one of the very best in the business. That's Captain Ryan Boston, and a 3-quarter-day trip aboard the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing. San Diego's been absolutely on
What do you have,
fire.
like 170 yellows yesterday or something like that? Just crazy.
They're creaming them. It's very, very good fishing, and what a cool opportunity to go fishing with the boys on the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing with a 3-quarter-day trip, and we're going to be giving that trip away at the end of the show today. Again, if you want to get your shot to talk to Larry, talk to Rick, 858 area code 457-1090 or 877-792-1090. When we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great info coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's Sport Fishing Voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
At Dawson & Associates Insurance Services, we recommend travel insurance for your next trip. Plans include trip cost cancellation, emergency medical evacuation, and medical expenses. For the frequent traveler going at least 100 miles from home, we have an annual plan, including foreign and domestic travel that insures every trip you make for an entire year for only $267. We guarantee the lowest prices on all our travel insurance products. Call Bob or Christy at 619-460-5615, or to view prices or apply online, visit safariglobaltravel.com. That's safariglobaltravel.com.
Fisherman's Landing is the top choice in local and long-range fishing. Hi, this is Doug Kern. Our hardworking crew is always looking for ways to improve your fishing experience. We offer the finest open party trips from 1 to 3 days, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet is second to none. We are proud to say Fisherman's Landing is now a full-service sport fishing operation, offering half-day trips on the Dolphin, and now, for the first time in the long history of Fisherman's Landing, we have 3-quarter-day open party trips on the Liberty. We built the Liberty specifically to offer a better experience. Run by veteran captain Taro Takeuchi, the 85-foot Liberty is the first open party 3/4-day boat to offer bunks for your comfort. She also has huge bait capacity and RSW fish holds to keep your catch fresh. Plus, Liberty has a big galley and 2 interior heads with showers. Our open party trips from half-day, 3/4-day, or 1 to 3-day trips can be easily booked online at fishermanslanding.com or give us a call at 619-221-8500. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
If you're not wearing Maui Jim sunglasses, you're missing plenty. This is Captain Paul Hebert from the Wicked Pisser. Fact is, I wouldn't go fishing with any other sunglasses than Maui Jim. When I wear them, the ocean's true colors come shining through with more contrast and clarity. When it's time to harpoon a big bluefin, I see that fish clearly at that critical time. Maui Jim, seeing is believing. Take it from us on the Wicked Pisser. Try a pair at your local tackle shops or check out MauiJim.com.
Whether you're trolling in the trough, sight fishing from the tower, or landing a prize game fish, true offshore anglers demand the best in stabilization technology. When bad weather and rough seas send other boats back to the docks, Seakeeper allows you to fish longer and fish harder, even in the roughest conditions. Don't believe us? Just listen to a fellow angler.
I just wanted to let you know how happy we are with the Seakeeper. People are blown away with what it does. It's really awesome for daytime sword fishing, and it makes seeing the bite so easy in all conditions.
Now available for boats as small as 30 feet. Seakeeper eliminates up to 95% of boat roll. To learn more about how Seakeeper can change your life on the water and to schedule your free demo, go to Seakeeper.com. Take a ride. Be amazed. Seakeeper.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
All right, phones are packing up. One line open on the 877 line, 877-792-1090. Like we said, when dysfunctional 877 line, when you dial, you're going to hear music. Not the Jaws music. I don't know what kind of music. Just hang in there until Ryan or Adam pick up the phone, and then you'll be ready in line to talk to Larry and talk to Rick Jensen and all the good guys here. So stay tuned, and we're ready to go. So let's jump into the phone.
You got it, man. Sounds good. Well, why don't we start it off this morning with Charlie, who's calling us from Gardena this morning. Charlie, good morning. Thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I had a few questions for everyone. I'd like to start with Larry. What's the name of your boat?
The name of the boat is Pacific Vision.
Thank you very much. And what was the length? Did you say 37?
It's a 47-foot and 55-foot overall with a 17-foot beam.
Yeah, it's a
beam. So your website's up, right?
The website's not up yet. The website designer, I think, is sleeping in or on vacation or something. Or he promised me it'll be up this week.
So
okay, I'll check it out.
And the name of the site is
BluePlanetCharters.com.
But Ricky just posted a whole thing. Tell us what you posted, Ricky.
I just jumped onto Rick Jensen's Sportfishing Financial Facebook page. Went onto our Let's Talk Hookup page, which you just do a search for Let's Talk Hookup on Facebook. It'll pop right up.
Hookup Radio Show.
Yeah, and a couple of beautiful pictures of the boat. And like I said, we just made the same mention. And as soon as the website does come available, we'll just throw the link up on our site too, so it's nice and easy to find for everybody. But I encourage you to scope it out, man. It is a beautiful boat.
Yeah.
Great. How about Rick Jensen? Could you tell me what your do you have a minimum investment amount that you'll handle?
Yeah, we can help anybody down to about $25,000. We try to work with accounts that are larger than that, and our lowest accounts our average accounts are over $250,000 or so. But we can help anybody who really wants some help and wants to come in and see what we can do for them. So down to about $25,000 would be where it makes the most sense economically.
Does it matter if it's a Roth?
No, not at all. We can manage just about any type of account, any type of registration at all.
Okay, great.
All right.
I guess I can find you and email you something, huh?
Yeah, our website is sportfishingfinancial.com, and my phone number is 949-481-1807.
All right, thank you.
Charlie, I'd encourage you to hook up with Rick. He's a good guy, and the good thing, you can talk fishing and finances at the same time. So, and that's cool that you kind of take people on a minimum investment like that and then kind of bring them up.
Yeah, if you're going to make contributions and we're going to make the thing grow together, we'll put away some dollars for retirement.
There you go.
Show you
That's
how
awesome.
to do it.
All right. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Appreciate that. That does free up a local line, 858-457-1090.
All right, next up, let's talk to Grant, calling us from San Carlos this morning. Good morning, Grant. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, boys. How are you, Rick?
Hey, Grant. Good morning.
Hey, I just wanted to say on your boat there, Larry, I had an interesting experience. Of course, I told Rick about it. I think you purchased it at the time. I didn't even know it was your boat, and I was riding my bike around Mission Bay, sitting on that inside finger there, and I darn near drove my bike into the bay. I saw that boat, and it just jumped out at me like, wow, I had never seen anything like that. And then I put two and two together that it was your boat after talking to Rick there after we fished together a year ago, May, out there at Clemente. So congratulations on that. It's a wonderful-looking boat, and love to ride it one day here. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I've got that story a couple times. It's funny. I was down in La Bocana fishing last year and met a couple of game wardens up here, and the guy I thought was going to attack me. He was pretty upset that we bought the boat, and he said sometimes he just rides his bike down there and just sits and looks at the boat. And made me feel a little uncomfortable, but I understand what he's saying. But, I remember fishing with you over at Clemente, and I'd love to get you out on the boat.
Absolutely, yeah. And on another note, I got a chance to ride the Liberty the other day, and was not at all disappointed and really, really impressed. I mean, we had 55 people on the boat, and it fished it very nice. Taro put on 200 scoops of bait, so when he says let him have it, he can let him have it.
Wow, that's
in
unreal.
A big-time way. I mean, shovel it, and they came. They came good. The fishing was off the Richter scale. And walk into the galley and look at the menu posted on the bulkhead there, and you go, wait a minute, where am I? I mean, they have everything from a grass-fed burger down to a lettuce, a full salad selection, and a wedge salad, and all the traditional sport boat, typical menu items as well. And top to bottom, tight operation. You walk down in that wonderful bunk room, and you can walk all the way around both port and starboard from the inside, which is kind of a unique thing that allows traffic to flow better. It's little things like that that just make it big like the boat is. And when you look at the in and out of the galley, you got two ways in and out of the galley. And the showers, you might as well be on one of the big long-range boats. And if you have something to do after the boat and you can't get home, well, clean up your act on the boat. And as far as guys being able to put their heads down that come from a long distance, they can do that too. So just a wonderful operation and real tight. Just wanted to throw in about that experience.
Wow, very nice.
Awesome, Grant. Well
cool.
said. That's awesome.
I'll have to go fishing.
I know, man. I'm dying
jump
to go
on it.
Liberty.
Sounds good. Hey, Grant,
right.
appreciate the call. Thanks a lot for the call this morning. Again, that does free up an 858 number, 858-457-1090. Open right now, and I got to tell you about the senior anglers in Oceanside, or Escondido senior anglers, who the Cowboy is a part of. You'll see our good friend the Cowboy there at the Oceanside, or the Escondido senior anglers, and Jeff Simpson, who we know from the Fred Hall shows, is the head of the Mono County Tourist Commission, is going to do a PowerPoint presentation and talk on the outdoor opportunities in the Eastern Sierra, which is just fantastic. Now, the meetings are held at the Oceanside, Escondido. It's the Escondido Senior Anglers, open to anglers age 50 and over, which means I qualify. You don't, Rick. But they meet the second Friday of each month at Park Avenue Community Center on Park Avenue in Escondido. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. Meeting starts at 9:30 a.m. So you don't want to miss that. August 12th, that's going to be fun to see Jeff Simpson, Mono County Tourism at the Escondido Senior Anglers.
Nice. Well, hey, the phone lines are packed up. I know everybody's excited to talk to the boys. If you want to get through, only line open right now is our local line. That's 858 area code 457-1090. We're going to next up talk to Don. He's calling us from Woodland Hills this morning. Don, good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Good speaking to you all, including Rick and Larry here. Hey, question for each of you, Rick and Larry. Rick, for someone that's within, say, 5 years of retirement, what are some of the things that you should be looking at with your portfolio that you could do for an investor? And then, Larry, on your boat, when you charter it, is gear included? And also, how do you handle the fish after you catch it?
Good questions.
Well, Don, I'll go first. Within 5 years, everything is dependent on what your personal situation is. You know, if somebody's got $10 million in the bank, they just keep doing what they're doing. If somebody's got just enough to try to finance their retirement, then things get a little dicier. And we come across people that have extra money that is earmarked to go to the next generation and become part of their estate. And then we have people that say, hey, I'm probably going to live a while. My mom lived to 95 years old. Make sure I make it. So that last 5 years is important to make sure that you've looked at your different piles of money and decided what you're really going to do with them and really create a retirement plan. You're in an accumulation plan until that final 5 years, and then you're on the downside. So how do you distribute this money, and how do I have a plan to make sure that my goals for next generation in estate are covered, and more importantly, that I'm going to not outlive my money. So those last 5 years are important, and making sure that you've answered those questions is what you should be getting on.
That's why you want to talk to somebody who knows what they're doing, like you. That's the most critical stage, is what you're saying.
Absolutely, and again, it's more critical for people who are closer to the vest on covering their expenses. And anybody who has money that's working should be thinking about how to be most efficient with it. Again, a lot like fishing, you don't go out and drive around in circles and not have a plan. Have a plan and figure out how to cost effectively make your money work for you, whether it's $10 million or $10,000.
Yeah. And Larry, what about fish processing?
Well, let's talk about the gear real quick. The gear, we can do it either way. A lot of guys have their own gear and they want to bring it on board, and we're fine with that. So our trips, we're really flexible. We can do custom trips. We have top quality gear. We have the Shimano and the Abbott and Cousins rods, and we can, the trolling gear. We have all of that on board. But some guys, want to bring their own stuff, and we're fine with that as well. So what we typically do is we price the trip to whatever you want. So if you want to bring your own gear, or we want us to supply gear, you want bait, you don't want bait, everybody does, of course. We price it a couple different ways to make your trip a custom trip. The fish processing, the fish is gaffed, bring it on board, it goes on a rubber mat. It's immediately bled. Every fish that comes on that boat is bled, even the rockfish, believe it or not. We found it makes a big difference. When we process the fish, it's all filleted, immediately vac sealed and chilled. We've got a huge fish hold. We could probably put several thousand pounds of fish down in the fish hold. It's absolutely huge. It holds about 2,000 gallons. So when we process that fish, we got cold plate system. It'll be RSW going into next year, add an additional 100 scoops of bait as well on the boat. So all that fish, when you get off the boat with that fish, it'll be processed in 5 mil vacuum commercial bags.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So sounds like you know what you're doing. You obviously have some kind of a fishing background that you're jumping into this with both feet, right?
Rick just says I'm only anal, that's all.
Yeah, that's good. That's the kind of guy you want to go fishing with on his boat.
Exactly. We fished a lot of years down in Baja. My partner is bringing the Parker into the operation. We fish together. He's a commercial guy in Vegas, moving here and getting the Parker. His name is Mark Edison. Gave him a little plug this morning. I'm sure he's listening on his computer. We fished a lot together over the last 10 years. Learned a lot from each other. And the most important thing to us is spending all that money on fishing and coming back, because we want a high-quality product. And we spent a lot of years not having that, and now I think we have it perfected. Even the fish you bring back from Baja is in great quality.
That's great.
You're talking to a guy who travels down to Baja with a commercial vacuum packer, and when he flies up to Alaska, he's got a storage unit up there with
stuff in it,
haulers and vacuum equipment.
That's funny. That sounds really good. Hey, thanks a lot for the call. Good questions there. Appreciate that. We got a couple great reports lined up here. Let's go to the sky. First of all, Tom Green, the SAC spotter plane is in the air. Good morning, Tom.
Hey, good morning, Pete. Good morning, Rick.
Hey,
how
Tom.
are you guys doing this morning?
Doing great. Hey, I know you've been out there spotting this week for all the sport fishing boats. What's been going on?
You know what, Pete? It's been pretty slow down below. The bluefin's still up above here. It's been unbelievable. The other day, I was looking at bluefin and watching the horse races go off at Del Mar. They're so close to the beach.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think you may have been flying over my boat the other day. Was that Wednesday?
Yeah, it could have been. Could have been me.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's pretty wild.
But I'll tell you what, I've been seeing a lot of yellowtail. I mean, good schools of yellowtail around the Coronado Islands. It's been insane down there.
Wow.
So I hope the guys are doing good down there, and there's nice quality fish. I mean, they're not those little Mickey Mouse 5-pounders. See a lot of 20-pounders plus.
Nice. And that you said that I think you wrote the other day that there was a 20-ton school at the islands?
Yeah, no, that's a fact. And a minimum. Yeah, no, it was amazing. And not just one school. There's several schools there, but then there was that one really nice spot.
It just blows me away that from the plane you can not only see the individual schools but see the individual grade of the fish. I just think that's so cool that you're like, oh yeah, that's big fish right there, that's small fish there. It's really cool, Tom.
Well, I know it comes with the price. The price was 44 years of it.
Yeah, he's been doing that for quite a while, for sure.
Trained eyes.
Yeah. So what days do you fly? Do you have a schedule when you fly, or
I try to make my flights with the best weather possible. I don't want to go out there and drive around. And the nicer the weather, the better chance you got of seeing fish. You can see boilers 5 miles away if it's not white cappy, and so I try to make sure the weather's nice. So my schedule's really open. It's been great working with Ken Frankie and all, because he says, Tom, just you make your own schedule. When the weather's good for you, go. So that's the way we've been doing it.
And you're feeding this information to the sport boats so they can get on the fish.
Correct. And while I'm out there, I'm feeding it to them, and then as soon as I get in, I give Ken everything, and he puts out a blast email to everybody, all the sport guys there, so they've got all the straight dough.
Yeah, all right,
cool.
Tom. Well, Tom Green's the Sack Spotter plane pilot. Appreciate what you're doing for us.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. It really has. All right, you guys have a great week coming up this week. I hope you guys get a lot of tight lines out there.
All right, and we'll talk to you next week. Appreciate the call. All right, thanks very much. Hey, let's head down south. John Ireland from Rancho Leoneros on the line. Buenos dias, John.
Good morning, Peter. Hello, Rick.
Hey, John.
Hi, Rick Jensen. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you. Good to talk to you, John.
You bet, buddy. Yeah. Listen to Rick. He knows his stuff. We've had a few conversations ourselves about finances. Working on it. The fishing down here has been, it's exactly like last week. It's a carbon copy is what it is. The East Cape Bisbee comes up August 3rd to the 5th next week. And if this fishing continues the way it has been for the billfish, it's probably going to be the best East Cape Bisbee we've seen. Well, I'd say that 40% of the billfish we're catching are either blues or blacks. And they're bigger fish this year. They really are. I myself have caught a couple over 300, and Mike's been out. My partner's been out and caught a couple as well. And they're just loads and loads of them around. We during the Dorado shootout last week, we literally released 8 fish. We were just 4 stripers and 4 blues. That shows you. It should have been a marlin tournament, but it shows you how good the marlin fishing really is right now. Kind of strange water. The water's real cold inside. Not real cold, but 80, 81 degrees close to the shore. And then you go 30 miles out, and it's 89 to 92, 93, real warm. But there's a lot of temp breaks, and that seems to be working. The marlin are in the same old spot they always are between La Rivera and Punta Colorado, and just loaded up. Anybody that really wants billfish and wants to release some, now's the time to come down. And I would assume next week, too. And by the way, my boat, El Jefe, completely equipped with accurate equipment, completely turnkeys available for that. I can't fish that tournament, so
yeah,
it's there for
that's amazing. So if you want to fish the East Cape Bisbee, would you book it through the Rancho Leonero booking office?
Yeah, just call the office. It's $950 a day, and I'll throw in all the equipment. I've got all. Jack, of course, is a good buddy, and
that's a deal.
So John, it's way cool.
It's called all 80 wide accurates, loaded with a 130-pound test. Just literally everything. All you need.
For $950 a day.
$950 a day. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, and then of course whatever it costs to enter the tournament and all that. But and I'll tell you, Ramon is really truly one of the very best captains on the coast. I just hate to see it sitting there because like I say, that's the boat to be on.
That boat's got serious winning potential.
So anybody who's got a last-minute urge and really wants to catch some marlin, now's the time. And I really think that this year they're going to catch a big blue. We had one blue that same day that came around, and he was over 400 pounds. And they love the ballyhoo, man. I'm telling you, they go for the ballyhoo in the big way. We had 5 ballyhoo trailing. We had 7 lines out. 5 of them were ballyhoo. And he came around and in 30 seconds picked all 5 of those off, just right behind the hook, one right after the other. He was an old pro. It was fun watching him. But Jesus, just loaded with billfish in particular. The inside's been very, very good as well. It's worth mentioning. A lot of brewster fish, 50, 60 pounders are not common, which is common for this time of year. A lot of barred and dogtooth snapper, loads and loads of them inside. The boats are coming in with 5 or 6 really nice-sized fish between 10 and 20 pounds. A lot of jacks, skipjacks. The fly fishermen are loading up on the skipjacks outside. A few yellowfin on the banks inside off the lighthouse. No real tuna fish. And Dorado's been pretty poor as well. But if you want to fish inside, and also some big jacks, some big amberjack have been coming in. Gosh, we had one that had to be out close to 80 pounds last week too. So
wow.
Some real nice ones. So inside's been really good. Bill fishing's been really good. Like I say, almost exactly like last week, just the same deal. I'd say the percentage of blues and blacks of the billfish being caught are probably about 40%. Really, truly, there's just loads of them around.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, shucks, it sounds like a really good time to go to Rancho Leonero. If somebody wants to go, do you have space available in August, September, prime time?
Yeah, we do. We're busy. We're having a good year. We appreciate that. But, yeah, we do have rooms throughout the rest of the season. So if you want to shoot us a call at 800-646-2252 or get on the web, rancholeonero.com. We'll book you up and take advantage of this good billfish. And
yeah,
for those that have never caught a billfish, it's just guaranteed.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, John. John Island, Rancho Leonero, thanks for that great report. We'll talk to you next Sunday.
You sure will. Nice talking to you.
All right,
John. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More is great information. If you want to get through, great opportunity. Been a very busy morning already. 858 area code 457-1090. It's open right now, or try us on that toll-free number, 877-792-1090. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
Your hook is one of the most important parts of your fishing tackle, and that is why you should use the hook that sets the standard for quality and innovation. Gamakatsu. As Japan's leading hook manufacturer and growing at an amazing pace, Gamakatsu is responsible for introducing a unique tempering process to give Gamakatsu hooks superior strength and durability. Plus, the conically needle-honed points stay sharp. Gamakatsu offers a hook for every fishing situation, including the finest one-piece ringed hooks, light wire, standard and heavy-duty live bait hooks, and the popular Nautilus circle hooks. Get Gamakatsu hooks at your favorite tackle store and stay connected to that fish of a lifetime.
The Yamaha V6 offshore four-strokes have some pretty impressive fans, the pros. These award-winning outboards have really delivered for pro anglers across the country. In fact, Florida-based pro tournament fisherman, guide, and TV host Rick Murphy says he's even taken the 300's power inshore. He mounted a 300 to his 23-foot bay, adding 50 horses, losing 40 pounds, and getting that baby up to 70 miles per hour. What's not to like about that? Check out the Yamaha V6 offshore four-stroke 300, 250, and 225 at your Yamaha marine dealer.
If the fish are biting, I'm on my boat, rain or shine. Of course, I wear my life jacket. It's like wearing a seatbelt. Clip it on, grab my tackle box, and hit the water.
Love California, vote California, save California. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
Time for our Power Pro 60-second seminar. Your next fishing trip, get the Power Pro Advantage. Power Pro Advantage when you're seeking these big bluefins is Holloway's, number one.
We rigged with it all day long at the shop yesterday, and that's the reason. It's a thin diameter, 16 carrier spectra that is incredibly easy to work with. When you want a reel that you need to put maximum line capacity and need to have a stealthy, thin, insert-style connection, there is nothing better than Holloway's. We get to work with every type of spectra at the shop, and it is by far and away my favorite. Easy to splice, easy to make loops into, easy to run your monofluorocarbon up inside of it. There's a reason it's the best.
Yes, and Power Pro Holloway's, you can put the capacity on your reel, too. You take a Talica 20 or Talica 25, put a lot of line on that with Holloway's. Short top shot of that Seaguar fluorocarbon, you are in business to land a fish of a lifetime. Check it out, Power Pro, at your favorite tackle store. Check out powerpro.com.
22nd Street Landing Sport Fishing in San Pedro is home to LA's finest open party fleet, including overnights on the Freedom, Catalina Freelance on the Pursuit, half-day trips on the Monte Carlo, and three-quarter-day trips on the Native Sun. Plus, you can charter the Ultra, Spectra, and True Line. There is always plenty of free parking and a fully stocked tackle store. Take advantage of the Wednesday specials on the Pursuit and Monte Carlo, and kids fish free with a paid adult on the afternoon half-day. 22nd Street Landing Sport Fishing in San Pedro. Call 310-832-8304 or book online at 22ndstreet.com. Cast Tours is a family-owned and operated travel company that specializes in taking you to great fishing destinations. They take pride in providing the best and most affordable vacation packages available. For over 20 years, Cast Tours has been creating unique sport fishing and vacation trips. Whether it's a fishing trip, a family vacation, or an adventure, they will provide you the service and value you deserve. Call Cast Tours at 800-593-6510 or check casttours.com.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
At the Mighty 1090, it's always football season. Touchdown! San Diego's sports leader, the Mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Having a great show today, talking all kinds of fishing, talking finances, and talking lots of fun while we're at it. If you want to be a part of it and have your shot at winning that awesome 3-quarter-day trip aboard the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing, 2 ways you can call us on Let's Talk Hookup. 858 area code 457-1090. That's the local number. Or toll free, 877-792-1090. Again, 877-792-1090. Your chance to go 3-quarter-day fishing aboard the San Diego out of C4 Sport Fishing. With that, it's time to find out what's biting out there right now. It's time for the Catch Report, which today is sponsored in part by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Get the absolute finest fish processing while you wait from your local trip, your long-range trip, or if you're going on a private boat trip. They will absolutely take care of you, and nobody does fish processing like Fisherman's Processing. They've taken the San Diego processing business to all new levels with their superior service and superior products with killer innovations, too, like pre-booking your orders before you go. They've got the awesome tuna burgers, the smoked fish, the jerky fish. Nobody does it like Fisherman's Processing. You can friend them on Facebook at Fisherman's Processing, or for more details, check fishermansprocessing.com.
All right, let's start. Dana Wharf Sport Fishing, Captain Brian Woolley. Good morning, Brian.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you this morning?
Terrific. And the fishing, huh?
Gosh, man, pretty good week up here. Yeah, I can't complain at all. It's been real good. You know, the real good bass fishing continued for us this week. And we had a couple minor setbacks, you know, a little bit of wind a day or two in the afternoons, kind of dropped the water a few degrees. But, you know, by the next morning or midday the next day, it bounced back pretty quick. So it's been standard fly line, sardine, calico bass fishing.
No, I knew that. I just wasn't sure.
With the right condition set, though, it's literally, you know, been a fish every single bait. And again, you know, when the current, the temperature, and everything lined up right, you know, we saw and caught good bonito and had some shots at some mixed grade yellowtail as well. So all in all, it was some really good 3-quarter-day action. And, you know, it's pretty much been the same program on the half-day scene, too, which really plays into that first-time angler or someone looking to take a couple kids fishing. And even the Twilight fishing has been good. You know, we've had some real good calico bass fishing, and the topper of the Twilight this week was a 61-pound sea bass, literally caught less than a mile from the dock. So that's cooking real good. And offshore here, you know, the tuna sign this week was amazing. Out off the beach, out 18, 20 miles from the harbor, you know, spot after spot of mixed grade yellowfin tuna. Now this fish has been, it's been racy, you know, it's been unwilling to bite for the most part, but I'm sure it's just a matter of time before it settles in. And along with that tuna, we're seeing a few Dorado on some kelps and a few more willing yellows as well out there. So certainly a great time to get out there. We definitely recommend reservations this time of year. Call the landing, of course. The number there is 949-496-5794 to make those reservations. And then, of course, we urge you guys to take advantage of the discount that you can find on the Dana Wharf banner ad right there on the front page of the Let's Talk Hookup website. It'll give you a discount code, and you can book online from there.
I can't believe that there was a 61-pound sea bass a mile from the harbor. That is sickening.
That's awesome.
That's so rad.
It was a nice fish, no doubt.
I saw a picture of that thing. It was monstrous.
That's cool, Willie. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, certainly some good fishing going on and a good week of weather forecasted again, so no reason this great fishing won't just continue right along.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping. You know, I'm stoked this week. I got a week of kids. We got the Dana Wharf Kids Camp on the Sun Fun this week, so we've got some awesome sponsors that have really come together to spruce it up for the kids. So that's my week this week, you know, kids and calico bass fishing and hopefully some yellowtail. And who knows, if that tuna show's good, we might make a little trip and take them off the beach, too. So
gotta love it.
We're looking forward to it. All right, guys, thanks for the time, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Of course, thanks for that, Captain Brian Woolley. You can book right there on the front page of our website, hookup1090.com. Like Brian says every week, save a lot of money booking a trip out of Dana War Sport Fishing, half day, 3/4 day, and it's so nice that they honor that every day for our listeners. You just book online, go to that banner on the front page of our website, hookup1090.com, click on the banner, book your fishing trip right online, and save a lot of money.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, still waiting for Gundy Gunderson to give us a heads up, but I'm sure he's probably either hitting the surf or standing by, and that's going to wrap up our catch port right now. So we're going to jump back into the phones. Again, if you want to get through, like Pete was mentioning, if you call us on that toll-free number, which is 877-792-1090, just hang with us. You're going to get through, no problem. Ryan's going to come grab your call, but you might have to wait just a teeny bit extra right
now. There you go. All right, let's jump into it.
You got it, man. Jeff in Vista, you're up next on Let's Talk Hookup. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning. How's it going, everyone?
What's up, Jeff? We're doing great.
Hey, nothing. I just want to check in with you. We did some fishing last week on the Tribute with Mike.
Nice.
And what an awesome crew that is. I mean, from Benny on the deck, throwing bait all day, to Shane, Dave, Mike coming down. Incredible. So just props out to them.
That's word well done. And I know those guys did a lot of work on that Tribute during the off season and really, really hustled to get everything. I think they had a very ambitious work schedule between motors and generators and deck work and bait tank work. So I know those guys really put a ton of hard work into the boat. So I'm sure they're stoked to hear the kind of words of it paying off.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Then, of course, I left the setup on the boat. And so I called down 2 days later. They put a note in the mailbox at Seaforth. And sure enough, Mike had my setup. Set it back in the office. I went down and kayaked over and picked it up.
Wow, that's sweet. That's
cool.
Good. Yeah, they take care of that. I was talking about that with Doug Kern the other day. How much tackle's left on boat and goes into lost and found? Pretty amazing, huh?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're tired. You leave stuff on the boat,
Well, what the kicker is, and trust me, we had this conversation the other day too. So it's funny that you bring this up. It's just you just don't realize it until it's way too late. Because you nailed it. You're tired and you threw 2 or 3 bags inside the truck. You didn't realize it, and you're even more tired when you get home. So you just throw it all into the corner in the garage. Well, that gear doesn't even get looked at again until you're packing to go next week or 2 weeks from then or 3 weeks from then, and then it's just one of those, man, did I leave it?
What happened to that Talica 20 that
where did I put that thing? But yeah, at the shop, you'll see a killer bag like, what on earth? How would somebody leave this the real bag here? But,
it happens.
Oh, yeah, so just a good props out to them. And then to the financial guy, what you need to talk to these young gentlemen in this industry is time and investing. You need time to keep your money growing, so that's a good point.
Yeah, definitely. The earlier you start, the better off you can be. But there's a formula for everything. It's time and money.
Yeah.
Yeah, true on that. Okay, gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Good advice, Jeff. Thanks a lot for the call this morning. And nothing rings truer that when you're young and you start with a good financial advisor like yourself, that you will have enough money when you get to the ripe old age like I am, where you're going to feel comfortable being able to retire. Of course, I'm never going to be able to retire, but it's one of those things that you just, if you start early and you start like what you're saying, you have $25,000, you call Sportfishing Financial and go, hey, I want to start looking into my future and future investing.
Yeah, there's definitely some tried and true steps to start with. I mean, a young person starting out, maybe not certain about their career, needs a cash reserve. You need a little bit of money. What happens if your job changes? And that's probably the first step. Once you have that, you might look at buying a house, throwing money down the drain for rent. I'm not going to be someone who's going to sell a product to somebody to have them start to save money when they're not ready.
Right.
There's plenty of those guys out there in the fancy buildings and the suits that'll do that. Yeah. But you want to have a cash reserve. You probably want to buy a house. If you're married, you may need some type of insurance and protection to make sure that mortgage is going to be covered. Or if you have children, you need to make sure that they can get into school. You start to save for retirement. You do things conservatively. Do what the big pension companies do, and that's what we do most and foremost is work with the dear dollars, those dollars that are put away to be there and know that they're going to be there and know that they're going to grow effectively and efficiently. So, a lot of people won't do that. They won't set the blocks in place, and they'll go out and try to hit a home run. And trying to hit a home run is like, getting in a bow rider boat and going to catch a bluefin right now. It's probably not going to happen. You've got to have some experience, have a plan, and take the proper steps. when you're at that point, and earlier a caller asked about what do you do within 5 years. Well, if you're at that point and you've got everything covered and you know your retirement's properly funded, then you start swinging for the home runs. You know, I can afford to lose this money. I can afford to. I'm covered all the way from the ground up, so I can afford to swing for the fences. And you know, that's a liberty that is nice, but it's very much like just thinking you're going to go catch a bluefin today. If you try to do it before then, it's not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Speaking of young people and getting involved in the things that are right for your future, let's talk for a minute about CCA. And we really want to drive the young people fishing today into working and being a part of the CCA California, right, Rick?
Yeah, you know, earlier Pete and I were talking about how, you know, a lot of things get taken for granted, and there's a lot of pressure on the resources. I mean, we're talking about this bluefin tuna, whether it's 3 or 4%. Even if the bluefin tuna is at 30%, you know, we've got to be better stewards of the ocean. We've got to, you know, do what we can do to organize and make the right decisions. And CCA under Wayne has created an organization that is well funded, well organized, and has a platform where anglers can get involved. You know, I'm at some of the events that they put together, and I see the same
You're a big
guys.
Supporter, yeah.
And when I'm there, I see the same guys bringing out their same checkbook and doing the same thing over and over again. And just a few dollars and just a little bit of help can go a long way. I know this week they're at
the Dos Desperados Brewery in San Marcos. So if you're a North San Diego County resident or a Southern Orange County resident, 6 to 8:30 at the Dos Desperados Brewery on Linda Vista Drive in San Marcos. They're doing a membership drive. If you live in the area and you want to know about CCA, what they can do for the future of it, we need CCA. Believe me, with these crazy people wanting to put bluefin tuna on the endangered species list to whatever might happen. Relationships with politicos is so important, and CCA are the guys, and they are on a national level. They've proven it in other states, in Texas and Louisiana, in Florida, and they're doing the job out here too. And with Wayne's leadership and a lot of other great people that are involved in this, we're going to do it here. So please be a part of CCA. Especially want to throw it out to the young people listening out there. Stop by, have a beer. Dos Desperados Brewery. Learn more about CCA Wednesday, 6 to 8:30 in San Marcos. There, it's a good time.
Another thing to put on your calendar is, well, not the exact date, but I know it's in October, early October, first week of October, I think. Maybe it's the 11th.
Are you talking about the Let's Talk Hookup Sportfishing Financial Palmas de Cortez tournament?
That's where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
But the weekend after that, CCA has their annual big fundraiser, and we're getting after the community of service providers and equipment providers to offer up some great gifts. And before we're done, we'll get Larry to even offer up a free trip for a day or something, or a couple days out on his boat, and get these guys to offer up these prizes and get some people out to raffle on those and bid on those, and maybe we can raise some good money in October as well. But
yeah, that's cool. So speaking of the Palmas de Cortez tournament that we have with Sportfishing Financial and Statewide Stripes, it's our 22nd annual Palmas de Cortez fun. It's a fun tournament. No seriousness allowed. There's no entry fee allowed. But we have $1,000 cash up for grabs in this tournament, and $500 for the largest wahoo or dorado, courtesy of Rick and Sportfishing Financial. $500 for the largest yellowfin tuna from Statewide Stripe, our good friend Dave there at Statewide Stripes. Both you guys will be there, and that's going to be a good time. We always have a great group of people, and please join us. You're invited, and it's in memory of our good friend Lou Duchesne. We always have a good time. And in addition to that, you are going to sponsor a pig roast the night of the night of the awards ceremony, which is going to be Sunday night, October the 9th. Which tell us about that. You kind of were down at Palmas de Cortez. They do a whole pig and went, hey, how would you like to do that for our awards tournament?
Yeah. I talked to Eddie about it, and he said it's been a great party. And last year we had a spread, and we were a little bit more spread out. I think this will be more concentrated, a little better access to the bar out on the beach, and we'll maybe take this thing into the wee hours and keep the bar open. eat a pig. What the heck? Sounds like fun to me.
Yeah, so we're going to do a pig roast and just celebrate the great place and great fishing at Palmas de Cortez. It's the 6th of October to the 10th of October. I know Rick, you'll be there. I'll be there. It's going to be a great time. The spots are going fast. Last I heard, there was only 4 rooms left and maybe a condo or 2 left. If you want to go, call Van Romer Resorts, 877-777-TUNA, 877-777-TUNA, Van Romer Resorts. Tell them you want to go to the Let's Talk Hookup Tournament, October 6th to the 10th. Love to have you. Airfares are excellent right now, and it's going to be a party. It's going to be good fishing, and you have a chance to win $1,000 in cash.
That's awesome. Hey, when we come back, we got more Let's Talk Hookup coming in, including another big block of your phone calls if you want to get through. Local line just popped open, 858 area code 457-1090. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
Fishing is a lifestyle for many of us, and what you wear on your feet is a big part of that, so I like to live aloha and wear Olukai premium footwear. Every pair is created with the Hawaiian culture and heritage in mind, plus unique details and features. Olukai sandals are the best I've ever worn because they are based on the feeling of your bare foot in wet sand for a natural heel cup and arch support. Nothing could be more comfortable and good for your feet. Olukai makes footwear for any time of day or night. My favorite Olukai sandals are the Ohana. Water resistant and great for the beach or the boat. My everyday Olukai is the Nohea mesh, so comfortable and you barely know you have them on. And for a night on the town, I choose the Maloa. They look great and feel amazing. Share your aloha with Olukai crew by following them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter @Olukai and tagging your photos with #AnywhereAloha. Olukai premium footwear is now available at Fisherman's Landing Tackle, Dana Landing, and other fine tackle stores or at Olukai.com.
For decades, the Kona Kai has been considered San Diego's premier marina resort and spa. Now with millions of dollars in upgrades, the Kona Kai Resort is a destination for travelers worldwide who can live it every day. The docks and services are the finest quality in San Diego, and the Kona Kai is the closest marina to the open ocean. As a marina tenant, you enjoy many benefits, including secured free parking, a deluxe health club, swimming pool, and more. Enjoy discounts at their restaurant, bar, and hotel. If you don't have a boat, there are memberships available at a very affordable price. The Kona Kai Club has been offering members a home away from home since 1953. Members can spend their days on Kona Kai's private beach, meet new people in the club's modern lounge, share a meal with family at Bessel Restaurant and Bar, or pamper themselves in Spa Terra. Check out ResortKonakai.com on the web for more information, to reserve a slip, or inquire about joining the club. The Kona Resort, like being on vacation every day in your own backyard. What a tuna and yellowtail season last year. Many say the best in 30 years. Could this season be even better? Don't be caught without the right gear. Now is the time to stock up on the trolling lure that proved to be the best. X-Rap Magnum by Rapala. Every X-Rap Magnum runs perfect right out of the box. They all have extreme action and a controlled deep diving aggressive swimming motion. The large diving lip partners with premium VMC hooks and an irresistible rattle. The X-Rap Magnum by Rapala can be trolled at high speeds without rolling or kicking out at depths to 15 feet. Bottom line, the X-Rap Magnum is the ultimate trolling lure for Southern California and Baja saltwater fishing. With a textured translucent body, internal holographic foil, and 3D holographic eye, X-Rap Magnums are irresistible to saltwater game fish. Available in a variety of colors and sizes. No matter what you choose, the fish can't resist X-Rap Magnum by Rapala. Ask your local tackle dealer which is the hottest color and size and start catching more fish. See the entire line at Rapala.com.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
You're listening to the home of the Padres.
Oh, Rush!
San Diego's sports leader, the mighty 1090.
Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3/4, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport Fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonero is very family-oriented. People have brought their children down, and now they're bringing their children. It's not unusual to have 3 generations of family at the hotel. Grandpa, Dad, and normally sons, sometimes daughters. The families come back year after year, and it's a safe place for the kids. It's small, it's intimate, right on the water, 2 miles of beachfront. The water's very shallow in front. There's no currents to speak of, no waves. We have childcare, $10 a day for a babysitter. Security is high at Rancho Leonero. It's really unnecessary, but it adds up comfort level. And we really do encourage the families. It's a great place for family reunions, family get-togethers, weddings. We do it all. 1-800-646-2252, 646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. There's nowhere that I could think of to have the same atmosphere and the same experience that you get at Rancho Leonero. We love families.
Last year, we had an unbeatable fishing season, one of the best in decades. I think we'll all take another year just like it. Now, just imagine what it could be like if we have an unbeatable season 39 years in a row. Well, that's exactly what Ford has done with their F-Series pickups, America's best-selling trucks 39 years in a row. We love our F-150s here in San Diego. Ford trucks give you the freedom to launch your boat with ease thanks to Pro Trailer Backup Assist, the freedom to toss all your gear in the bed no matter how wet and messy it gets, and the freedom to fit 5 full-size guys comfortably in the cab. And right now, during the Ford Freedom Sales event, you'll get the freedom from interest charges with Ford's best finance rate of the year. Freedom from high monthly payments thanks to special summer lease programs, plus the freedom to save even more on trucks with smart bonus tags. It's an incredible combination of savings on an incredible lineup of trucks. So don't miss the Ford Freedom Sales event. Stop by your San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.